do not put plants in holes that have this yuck coming out of them. Ever, ever, ever. Don't be a slacker. Welcome back, all you warriors. Another episode of Elite Landscapes Life Stories. Today's episode is all about plants, replacements, and what to look for when you're at nurseries. Many of you guys think that, hey, it's June, July, why are you planting plants? Look, almost all my properties are fully irrigated, and that includes the beds. So they get watered daily, and it won't be an issue. And we're actually supposed to have a nice cool summer here in Virginia. So I'll show you what I'm gonna get into today, and we'll learn some things. All right, let's go. So like I said, these plants and these beds are all irrigated. They have the drip irrigation. Pretty sure they run for about 10 minutes every day. And last year, came out here and replaced some dead plants that didn't make it, and I'll explain. So these are the Autolucan laurels, and they are evergreen, and they're expensive. Now, they're supposed to be hardy, but they have issues. When you go to the nursery and you're going to buy the Autolucan laurels, look for the leaves to have spots and holes in them, because you don't want to grab that crop. That's a bad crop. You won't ever fix that crop, okay? Unfortunately, when we're doing this whole landscape, we bought like 20 of them, and probably 8 of them that were on a bad crop. So that's what we had here, was the laurels, because we also have them down there, and we have them around those beds over there. So it's supposed to kind of scheme the whole process together and make it a beautiful landscape. Now, we came in here and replaced them with nandinas. And when I went to the nursery to get these nandinas, once I got here to the job, the root balls were just mush. Just grotesque, wet, gross mush. When you're at the nursery, make sure the root balls that are in these pots are not just saturated and gross, because they won't do well. I'll show you these nandinas. They're like 40 bucks a piece. Look at them now. I mean, this tiny thing, look how big it is. That came out of a 3-gallon plant. It didn't have hardly any roots. This guy was a goner, obviously. But even the ones that tried to come back, they're not really that healthy, honestly. So we're gonna try something new, and these boxwoods, they already have like a kind of a theme going on. We're gonna go get some nice big expensive boxwoods and place them here, because the client has decided he wants a hedgerow like the ones over here. I'll show you. That's a boxwood hedge that is kept separated on purpose, or you can let it grow together and have a nice beautiful worm hedge. But that's what he's looking for, and we're gonna put it right up here. So he'll have a nice hedge right here. We got 5 of them, and it'll take a while for them to grow, but they will eventually do what they're supposed to do. So, like I said, here's the 3 boxwoods that are already on the edge. And we'll just continue the boxwoods right here. But I honestly think it would have looked better if the laurels would have survived. So, here's the laurels right here. So we came out here to the beautiful nursery that I love to pick up the plants today. And when I say we, it's me and you. Us. Can't fit through the nursery. Now, some of this footage at the beginning came from my solo mission yesterday, because it takes time to prepare for these landscape jobs. Sometimes you gotta run all over town to find the right plants to match up with the stuff you have. All right, everybody, we are back on the scene now, and we have to make these holes bigger to fit the plants that we bought. Got some beautiful boxwoods we picked out, and we'll go over what type they are and why I chose those, and a few other shrubs that needed to be replaced. What we're also going to do is repair the drip line correctly, because the install company just had one straight line of drip to go to this hole. Now, I understand it's sloped down and that the water will, logically you'll think the water will slope down into the plant, but realistically it needs to have the circles around it. So we went ahead and got the drip hose and the T connectors, and we'll simply cut it here, put a T, cut it here, put a T, and run that drip line around and connect. So we also had one of the Abelia kaleidoscopes die out on us right over here, and we found a new one that matches up really good. Beautiful plant, and it gives it a good accent to other colors around it. You got purple, yellow, green, light green, burgundy, yeah. And even though the harsh winter and the frost made all the butterfly bushes die out from the stems, we were able to cut them all back to the ground, but we needed to replace this one because he didn't come back. And this is what we got. That's what comes up. It's a, lo and behold, Blue Chip Junior. So me and you, us, are gonna go around back, and I'll show you the beautiful Japanese maple that I was lucky to find and where it goes. And then I gotta do some pruning, wonderful pruning. All right, so I'm gonna hold you off a little bit before I show you that amazing Jap maple. I have some pruning to do back here in this amazing landscape that we installed last year. We do have a lot of awesome videos that have this landscape project involved, so make sure you check it out. All right, so we're here in the back bed that we landscaped last year in October, and this is a beautiful, healthy sky pencil boxwood. That's what it should look like. And we had a few of them that suffered from the cold we had and the wind that's up here on this mountainside. Show you what I'm doing to it, because this is him after I've doctored him up. Plenty of new growth on him, so he's not a dead plant. He just suffered, and we had to trim him back. Well, there's new growth down in there, and put a nice loose tie on it just to help it continue to grow upwards. We had these more pendulum, and this is after I pruned him up, got all the dead stuff off of him, and he looks pretty good. He'll continue to grow throughout the season. He's got drip line irrigation as well, all the way along the back. So we're gonna continue down the road, and I'll take it moving. So this happened to a lot of the branches on these beautiful little dudes, and I'm just gonna go through and trim it all out, and they look a lot better. And they're not dead, they're still growing. So there, now it doesn't have any dead on them, and looks like a nice new plant, right? So you can see here, these hollies, they don't have a lot of dead in them, but you can tell the difference between that one that I haven't pruned and the cleanness and the new growth on the ones that I have pruned. So just going through and cleaning out the base of it so that new growth will have some room to grow out in, because it's there. See? The sky pencils down there are going to be interesting. Stick around. So yeah, this is what could happen to your boxwoods. Harsh winters. Let's prune it real good. See if we can get it to regrow. I think we can. We got baby growth all inside the base. And up here. We got that one. This one looks good. And that one. All right, so we do have a couple good videos on the series when we put this landscape install in last fall. I think it was around October, yeah, when that series was out. So if you want to plant some evergreens, screening for any purpose, but this is for shade, go ahead and check those videos out. We're gonna walk down here and check what the boys got. So this is the beautiful, amazing Orangeola Japanese maple that I found yesterday. And yeah, it's not your everyday Japanese maple that you're gonna find just hanging out at the retail. But we have an issue now. So this guy goes in landscape here to match up with the one over here I'm gonna show you. But here's the issue. This is the one we planted last year. He's nice and healthy. So they come as a pair with the Ryusin Japanese weeping maple in the middle. Do not put plants in holes that have this yuck coming out of them. Ever, ever, ever. Don't be a slacker. All right, so the boys got this one planted in there. So we got 2 butterfly bushes, and the Abelia kaleidoscope has been replaced. So I'm going up here to work on the drip line. That's what we're gonna work on. These are ready. All right, so I'm back here at the mucky hole, and they had dug out all the grow test stuff and got it nice and deep. And see if we can see where this water was originating from. Pretty sure we have like some issue with a sprinkler head from the yard. So I'll let the homeowner know that there's probably a break somewhere in this little sprinkler area right outside this bed, and we'll take it taken care of. So again, when you have water issues, right now we dug it out deep. We have rock in the hole, and I'm gonna leave him in the pot today, and I'm just gonna sink the pot down and have the drip line going around it. So temporary for right now until we can see what's going on with that. So this is what we got right now. All right, so here we are. We got the first one done. We got a T. Drip line goes around the the drip line of the actual plant. So when you're gonna add additional plants and trees and shrubs to your drip line irrigated beds, it's very simple to add that additional coverage for your new plants. Check back in. So we were able to find the replacement boxwood for right here. So these are the next gen boxwoods. Supposedly they're more resistant to disease, fungus, insects, you name it. And they're supposed to grow nice and quickly. So that's what we got now. And we came in here and spruced up the landscaping maybe 2 years ago. And I know I got videos out there of this, guaranteed.